Hey, how's it going everyone? It is Only here. Welcome back to another video. Of course, as always, we are just 6 days away from the launch of the PlayStation 5, and today was quite a big day for news. Pretty much the embargoes for Astro, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and the overall PlayStation 5 have gone up. I believe regarding the PS5, the only things the media can't really talk about at the moment is the media side to the PS5 UI, as well as the PlayStation Store. Besides that, everything I believe is pretty much fair game, and we got reviews for all of it. I do want to start with a quick news story on Sackboy Big Adventure. This morning they confirmed that online co-op will be delayed for a future patch. This is also going to be the same patch that allows you to transfer your save file from PS4 to PS5, so a little sad to see. I was actually planning on co-oping Sackboy Big Adventure with a few friends, going into launch day. That'd be pretty fun. Now I gotta decide whether I'm gonna be, just playing it solo in the beginning or waiting for this patch. So the only ETA we have at the moment is by the end of the year. So yes, the PS5 embargo did drop this morning, and the press are allowed to give their impressions. Of course, this being a, day one console, and even really, they don't have all the launch titles at the moment. The press can talk about their experience with the PS5, with Astro and Miles Morales. As we kind of already have, seen, it is pretty much a spiritual successor to the PS4, just with a fresh coat of paint regarding the UI, as well as some new technologies in the form of ray tracing, haptic feedback in the DualSense, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio. Yeah, overall I do find, giving numbers pretty stupid, so I won't really go over that right now, at least regarding the console, but overall it's fairly positive, at least for a, launch day console. We did actually find a bit more in terms of the UI, and, some features we were wondering about. One that actually surprised me was the playtime counter. We had no reason to believe this was in it based on that UI video. I figured if it was going to be anywhere, it'd be like on the main menu underneath the game or something like that. Turns out it's actually in the settings under your user profile. Yeah, Sony has finally added the feature to be able to see how long you've been playing your games, and I really like it, man. Obviously, it's just a simple thing that every other, device like the Switch and the Xbox can do, and PlayStation can do it as well. I do want to add that it actually is, counting it to the hours, or not rounding it like, by 5 hours like what the Switch does. So yeah, good all around. Sadly, with this edition, there is two features that aren't going to be there on day one. Themes and folders are missing currently at launch. Now, themes is one that I'm not too bummed about, just because of the nature of the PS5 and the control center. You're not going to be, on the OS and the main menu that much. If you've been seeing any of the previews that have come out today, or just, the UI video we saw quite a bit ago, I believe it was like 3 weeks ago now, each tile kind of has its own background that displays fully alongside a little bit of music. So each game kind of has its own theme, if that makes any sense. The only time you're really going to see that clearer background that we see is really only when you're going to go into the deep settings of the PS5. So yeah, it is a bit of a bummer that you can't bring your, favorite themes going on into the PS5, or even have like, a fresh new set of themes to choose, but I don't think it will be too bad, and I believe themes will get here eventually. Alongside this, folders aren't here. Yeah, a bit of a bummer for this one in particular. I don't understand why, just because it is a staple on, the PS4 that everyone loves, and it's useful. I guess the only excuse could be that, you're not going to have enough games on the system to really warrant the need for folders yet. So I guess they're pretty much covered in that aspect. I still find that kind of stupid, but yeah, hopefully this does come in an update sooner than later, and, within the first year of the PS5. I believe the PS4 got it maybe the first year, like the end of the first year, the end of the second year we got folders. I could be wrong, maybe it was the third, but we definitely got folders somewhat in the first few years of the PS4, if I remember correctly, and hopefully we won't have to wait as long for, the PS5 to give us that as well. With all these launch titles getting reviews, I've actually kind of been steering away from them, just because I don't really want to see too much in terms of, more footage on these games that we'll be playing next week. I did, however, pull up Metacritic, and currently Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is sitting at 85, which is somewhat close to what I predicted. I, predicted an 86, so I guess I was one off there, unless that decides to change. Astro's Playroom was actually another game that got reviewed, and this one I actually didn't think it was going to get reviewed. I thought it was maybe 50-50, just because it is a free pack-in title, but yeah, apparently it is substantial enough to get reviews, and it's currently sitting at an 82, so really cool stuff there. I'm looking forward to playing that and checking out all the features of the DualSense in there. Yeah, impressions are pretty good. The press have said that Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is a substantial, game. I believe the current numbers floating around is anywhere between 7 to 10 hours to beat the main story, and a bit after that in regard the side objectives. Digital Foundry did a great piece on, the technical aspects to Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales in terms of, its ray tracing and in terms of its performance mode. Looks like it's going to be a lock 30 and a lock 60 respectively. So yeah, really good stuff all around there, and the ray tracing especially looks really good. I can't wait to play that next week. And yeah, Astro's Playroom continues to just get, more praise regarding its use of the DualSense. I did see somewhere that Marvel Spider-Man doesn't use it nearly as good as, Astro's Playroom, so yeah, I definitely think with the DualSense, it's going to be, how developers use it more than anything, and hopefully we'll see the support and hopefully, the likes of Demon Souls. Speaking of Demon Souls, it looks like the press won't even get the game until launch day or maybe a few days before that. Yeah, as of right now, according to Jason Schreier, the press have not been sent Demon Souls, so yeah, that's pretty surprising in my opinion. Definitely considering Demon Souls is a 30-hour game, I would know better than anyone because I just beat the game right now on PS3 in preparation for the remake. Yeah, there's no way reviews are coming out anytime before launch, and to me, I'm actually kind of excited. I feel like a lot of the things I'm looking forward to the Demon Souls remake is seeing these iconic locations for the first time and having that, surprise factor. So I feel like we've already seen enough in the trailers and all that, and I just don't want to see anything more of that. Of course, it's always nice to have reviews and everything like that to make sure games aren't, performing badly and all that, but with this game in particular and Bluepoint, I definitely trust it, so, I'm actually kind of glad that's happening here. Yeah, besides everything I've listed, really when it comes down to it is like the nitty gritty regarding the storage. It was confirmed we have like 667 gigabytes, I believe, and that actually gets eaten up quite a bit if you have some backwards compatible games. So it looks like you might be wanting to be using an external hard drive, especially considering the PS5 won't even be supporting any internal SSD expansions at the moment currently at launch. And yeah, I think the only thing I haven't touched on yet is backwards compatibility. That was also another thing that Digital Foundry did a video on today, and it looks like it's actually pretty surprising. Bloodborne is the first game I immediately want to jump into. Sadly, it's still locked at 30. Pretty much every game that is going to see a substantial benefit from, regarding FPS and frame rate and all that, obviously needs to be unlocked originally on the game. So games like Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Hitman, those kind of games see a lot of good benefits. Pretty much every game they tested has hit the cap. So if it was capped at 30 and it was reaching frames below 30, like let's say in the 23, like Just Cause 3, that's going to be a lock 30 now. Games that, struggled to even hit 30 FPS in some cases now hit lock 60. Seems like it's really good all around, and it uses the full power of the PS5 to just make those experiences even better. Days Gone, of course, and Ghost of Tsushima, regarding the first party lineup, will be getting free 60 FPS patches in time for launch. So yeah, besides that, that really has been it for the PS5. I'm guessing we'll probably be seeing some Sackboy reviews sometime next week alongside Bugsnax, which I believe has been confirmed for Monday, even though I'm personally not too interested in that game. It will still be interesting to see how these launch titles review. And yeah, with that being said, make sure to let me know what you think about all this news in the comment section down below. Are you looking forward to the PS5? Have these reviews changed anything regarding your opinion on that? Really interested in hearing what you have to say in the comment section down below. To keep up to date on all things PlayStation 5, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload. Definitely next week I'm going to be covering a lot, and it's going to be an exciting time for sure. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at OnlineZhD for updates on the channel and more. And until next time, I've been Online or Brandon. Take care.